was born June 35, 1935, down by Ice Pond on Shelter Island.
So that makes you a harelegger.
Absolutely, a true harelegger.
I was born in Greenport Hospital, although my parents both lived on Shelter Island.
So you're not a harelegger.
No, I'm not a harelegger.
I wish I'd been born. I wish I was a harelegger, you know, but I wasn't born on the kitchen table.
You were born in the island, you're a harelegger.
I sure am.
And your sister.
And my sister.
Was your
And
bro-
one brother. Out of 6 of us, one other brother. And our father.
And I know you're not a harelegger, but
No.
what do you think harelegger means?
I've heard so many theories that I haven't fixed on one.
Someone who was born on Shelter Island.
Harelegger is somebody that was born here.
I mean, it means that you were definitely born on the island.
There's one fellow that was born on the ferry on the way over, and he still doesn't qualify. You have to actually be born, come out of your mother's womb on Shelter Island, not in Eastern Long Island Hospital or not on the ferry.
But where its origins come from?
There's a lot of stories.
Because everybody used to go to movies in the wintertime. They had a special movie boat, and after people could get out of the movies, we'd always have to run down to catch a boat
When the ferry boat comes in, people are running to catch the ferry.
because there was like 1 hour intervals in the ferry schedule.
And there was like, oh, they run like hares.
Yeah, everybody said everybody ran to get to the ferry to get the last boat in Greenport, and they ran like hares.
Because it's H-A-R-E, means that you had to run like a rabbit.
I've certainly run to catch ferries.
The way I heard it, it was a joke that was done by people off the island. They said all those people over on Shelter Island, all they're doing is chasing hares around, hares like a rabbit, you know? And I guess it's kind of stuck to people here.
Yeah.
That's the only story I ever heard about it.
The other one, there was a man, logger, hair log. He was called hair logger. He was German, and he was, I think, part of what is the Shelter Island House now.
There was a German family living down by Rocky Point, down by the beach. And he was in the business of taking his raft across the bay with goodies and picking stuff up and bringing back. And he had a whole bunch of kids. And every time the South Hole and the Greenport people would see him coming, here comes Harelegger and all his little Hareleggers, all the kids. He had a bunch of kids. And it went from Harelegger to Harelegger. That's the way I heard it now. I don't know.
They had an area of the island where there was a lot of beer barons over on Nostrum Parkway. When they would come and get off the ferry, they would take the overnight boat from New York around through the gut and into the heights, and people would be looking for them. Their help would be Harelegger, looking for these.
They were Germans.
Yeah, they're all German, and so that's where some people. So pick out whatever one you want, you know, whatever one works for you.
My preference is for running to catch the ferry.
I think some of the Greenporters picked up we all run like a bunch of hares.
I like the idea of seeing people scurrying to catch the ferry, you know.
I was born in 1923, and in my grandparents' home, at the head of where you drive down to Crescent Beach, the old house on the corner at the top of the hill. I was born in that house. That makes me Shelter Island's oldest male harelegger.